In this video, I promise all the student visa aspirants that you will find very important information regarding how you can present your case before the visa officer in a better way. As you are aware, whenever you are applying for a New Zealand student visa, there are two most important things which you should keep in mind. Number one is the funds, for which you need to have at least 20,000 New Zealand dollars per year of your studies. I will be making another video to explain how you can show your funds. This video is about another important aspect of your student visa application, which is called your statement of purpose, or in other words, SOP. You may be aware that SOP is the very vital cog in your application that enables a visa officer to understand what is your academic background, what are your aspirations, how you have planned your career, what you want to achieve in your life. The SOP is kind of a benchmark, a reference point a visa officer will look at when he is assessing your application. So in this video, I'll give you points, I'll give you tips on what you can write in your SOP, on how you can express your thoughts so that the visa officer is satisfied and is convinced that yes, you have a good plan and you have done your research and you are a genuine student who can come to New Zealand and study. So the first part of the SOP is your introduction. In the introduction, you can briefly state about your schooling time, what subjects interest you at that time, were you an average student, you were a good student, you participated in extracurricular activities, a brief mention of your childhood. After that, you can write about your tertiary education. If you have studied after your school, what courses have you done, what training have you done, what you learned from those courses, and if you have done some employments after your studies, you can write about those also, but it should be a brief one. After that introduction, you can elaborate on your study plans. You can write an outline of your study plans. You can write what subjects you will be learning in your proposed course. For that, you should go to the college's, the education provider's website, and you can you can research about what subjects you will study. You should write each subject, that yes, in the business, if you are studying a business, yes, I will be learning about organizational behavior, I will be learning about cultural behavior. All these things you should mention in your SOP. Then the next part comes where you will explain in detail that why you chose this course of study. You should write your specific interest in the subject. What was the reason behind the selection of this proposed course? How you came across the college, how you came across this course, and what elements in this course attracted you. For example, if you are doing a course in organizational behavior, if you have a subject of organizational behavior, you can briefly mention that after gaining knowledge of the modern concepts regarding people's conduct, behavior in a work environment, you will be able to apply this learning to your real job. So this can be an example how you can mold this answer to this question, that why you chose this course. After this, you should answer another question, which is what are your future plans after you complete the proposed course? In this, you should research about the career opportunities, the professional outcomes, the career pathways from the college's website, what jobs will you be able to do after doing this course, how you see yourself after doing this course after 5 years, how you can progress in your career, the subjects, how you will benefit from each subject. So these you need to think and you need to express in writing in your SOP. Another answer you need to write in your SOP is reasons why you chose to do the proposed course in New Zealand and not in your own country. This is a very important question. I have seen many people coming to me after the decline of their student visa. The decline reasons are mentioned that you did not elaborate on why you are not doing this course in your own country. So you have to be very specific about this question. You can write as a tip I can give you, you can write that this New Zealand qualification is a globally recognized qualification. You will learn about the concepts and the standards which are applicable to your relevant industry, which are globally accepted. New Zealand is a developed country, so all the learnings would be applicable to all the developed countries. You can work anywhere after learning from here. So these kind of answers are acceptable to immigration officer. You can also compare the job opportunities within your country and in New Zealand. You can do research. You can make a kind of a comparison that after doing this course in India, we have these. For example, if you're doing it in India, after doing this course in India, you have these opportunities, you have these wage rates, you have these proposed salaries for the occupation, whereas internationally, after doing an international qualification, the salaries are good. If you're working in a developed country, in a country like New Zealand, the salaries are different, are higher than India. So you can write these things in your SOP. And why you chose New Zealand? I will be giving you some links in my description section. You can refer to those links and you can write in your own words after researching from those links that why New Zealand has advantage over other countries and why you intend to study in New Zealand and not in any other country. Now comes another question, which is why you chose this college. This is also a very relevant question. Immigration officer wants to know your insights. What research have you done for this college? So you have to do your own research, know about the college, which category it falls under, what are their alumni, who have studied there, what kind of an atmosphere, campus is available for you to study, what kind of other facilities are there in the college. So you have to do research for 2 or 3 colleges and you can write your chosen one with advantages of that college. You can also mention the success stories. These are available on each college website. So the more detailed you write, the more it is convincing for the visa officer. The more visa officer will think that it is convincing. Then the next one is how you are funding your proposed course. Here you can write about your funds. For example, how much tuition fee you will be required to pay, how much living costs you will be required to pay. For example, if the course is 1 year, then you will be required to pay 20,000. If the course is 1.5 years, then you will be required to pay 30,000. What are the source of your funds? Is it your parents' savings, or is it your parents' provident fund amount, whatever it is, you make a table and just write about the required funds and available funds. So this will give the visa officer a cursory a summary of your funds, and would be easier for him or her to decide your application. In conclusion, you can conclude by writing that you are eager to learn new concepts, how you see yourself after completion of your qualification, and how do you plan to study in this course. For example, there are 168 hours in a week, so it would be very good if you bifurcate and classify your hours of a week, how many hours you are going to spend on studies, how many hours you are going to spend on work, how many hours you are going to spend on other activities which are mandatory for your food, etc. So the visa officer will think that this student is quite serious in his studies and they have made serious plans for it. So these are all the tips I can give you for your SOP, and I hope that you will find them valuable. If you find my videos informative, please do not forget to like and subscribe my channel. And when you are preparing your own SOP, you will keep these tips in mind. We have a very good experience of successful student visa applications, and if you want to engage our services, we are always happy to help you. You can find my contact details in the description section. I am happy to give you any advice you want, and you can just email me or you can WhatsApp me. I'll be there. We'll be happy to assist you. Cheers. God bless you. Bye-bye.